Hey, what's going on YouTube, and welcome to this video on how to add service records for Cisco Jabber and how to integrate Unity connection with MediaSense for video voicemail. Now, if you were watching any of the previous videos, particularly the how to configure Cisco Jabber with CUCM IMP 11.5, I've rolled everything back, so we're at about 15 minutes and 30 seconds into that before we went into the remote desktops to use the endpoints. So everything's configured the same up to there. Only difference is I changed user B from a 7985 to a 9971 phone, and the Cisco CS to a DX650. So with that, first we'll go into our DNS. I put my DNS shirt on, but you can't really see it because I thought it'd be appropriate for this video, you know. But let's see, we go to our DNS Manager, and before we had just the host names, and then when we set up Cisco Jabber, we went to advanced settings, specified what the IM and present server IP was, and things like that. This is going to allow it for it to automatically figure those things out. So what we're going to do is create a new record, and we're going to choose the service record and create record. And now for versions 9 and above, the service name is called underscore Cisco-UDS, and this will, it's TCP, and this will tell the Jabber client where to get that profile, the services profile. And since we configured that in Communications Manager, and that's on port 443, we'll give it the DNS name for Communications Manager. So that was cucmpub1.freelab.local, and hit OK. Now technically for this lab environment we're done, but if you're using version 8, you configure all those services on the Presence platform itself. So in that they have one called underscore cup login, which is also on TCP, port 8443. And if you're using that one, then in this case we would use the DNS that we used for CUCM, IMP. So we'll do CUCM IMP1.freelab.local. Okay, and done. And now you can see we have these services created. And if we go over to our desktop and open up a command prompt and use nslookup, we'll say set type equals SRV for the service record, and then we'll just check on the service record we created. So underscore cisco-uds._tcp.freelab.local. And you can see this resolves with the information we provided. The service name has the DNS of the publisher, which then resolves to its actual IP address. So now if we open our Cisco Jabber, bring this over. Now before we went to the advanced settings, but now all we would have to do is say YouTube A at freelab.local, hit continue, and see it says finding services. So now it's going to pull this information, get into Communications Manager for the service profile, and continue with the information. So here we can say freelab, and now we're in. And it looks like I didn't roll back the present server earlier when I was testing, so it still has my contacts in here, but you can go ahead and YouTube A and the 123 that we set up, so we can get our voicemail. And so there you go. The main thing with this was to show you that you can have it automatic just with those service profile names, and the two different ones depending if you're on version 9 or higher or 8. Now before we continue, I just want to show you, I have to put on my headphones to verify the sound's coming through, but we'll call into Unity connection.
Enter your PIN followed by pound. YouTube user A. Hello. You have one new voice message. New messages. Message 1 from YouTube user C.
How come you're not answering, YouTube user A? Call me back. That was from the previous video.
Received November 27th at 4:19 a.m. To repeat, press 1 to save it, 2 to delete it, 3 to deleted. End of new messages. You have no new messages.
Okay, so that's the typical voicemail that you would expect when you call in. So now for YouTube user C, I have that right next to me, and I've got the output connected to my capture card. And so I was thinking we'd first call it. Let's see, where did my capture card go? Here we go. Alright, so this is what you see on the DX.
Sorry,
Now it's going to
YouTube user
voicemail.
C is not available. Record your message at the tone. When you are finished, hang up or press pound.
So I'll just hang that up here. Alright, so that's the typical voicemail scenario we're familiar with. So, and one thing I'm going to add here is this Jabber config generator. I'll add that because then there's additional settings you can do if you want to play around with it, and you can fill out, you know, try all the different settings and generate a local XML file. I have a base one that's already uploaded, but if you want to do some more playing around with it, I have the link here on the remote desktop. But what we're going to do now is go to our MediaSense and get it set up for the first time. So right now it's just finished installing, so we still have to configure it and get the services activated. So we'll log in. And here we go with the setup wizard. So we'll just continue on and wait for it to enable the services. Looks like they're all ready to go, so we'll hit next. And for the administrative XML, we were using the publisher with the admin login since that's a super user. And we'll hit next. And here we have our publisher, subscriber, and Unity connection, so we'll go ahead and add all of these. Hit next. And actually, one thing that I want to do, because we want to have a unique user to connect, so if we go back to our LDAP directory, so let's see, if we go to users and computers, we're going to say new user. I'm going to say the login is UC, and so there we go. And then on if we go back to our remote desktop, let's also open the publisher, and we just want to make sure that user gets imported. So we had it set up, you know, every 7 days or whatever, but so we'll go here to LDAP directory, perform full sync now, and now we'll go over to our end users, and there we go, we got our Unity connection user, and all we have to do is we can just give it access of a standard user. Alright, so then back on MediaSense, We'll hit done. Now we'll log in. Alright, so then we have the MediaSense API user configuration. We'll say manage users. I'm going to choose the UC, add UC, and save. And we'll go ahead and add these. Save. And I think that should be it for now. So let's go over to our Unity connection. Alright, and then we're going to want to go to our class of service here and voicemail user class of service. And then down where it says enable video, check both of these and save it. And then we're going to go down to our video services here and add new. And this is at 192.168.202.215, and the username was the UC and password that we gave it. And we're going to allow the self-signed certificates, so we don't have to deal with exporting and all that fun stuff. And we'll hit save. Alright, and it's saying for changes to take effect to restart the connection conversation manager. We can run a quick test here, just for grins. Everything's successful. So I'm not sure if we even have to reset it at this point. There's one way to find out. Let's go to our users now. So we got YouTube A. We're going to say, we're going to edit and go to video services accounts. And we're going to say add new. And we can keep everything the same here and just hit save. And then we're going to do this for each and all the users. So go to YouTube user B. Video services account. Add new. Save. Now pause the video here just for these last couple. Alright, so now that I got all the users created, let's go back to the preview screen here of the DX70, and I'm going to dial into Call Manager.
Enter your PIN, followed by
Unity
pound.
connection, sorry.
YouTube user C. Hello. To send a message, press 2. You have no old messages. For setup options, 4. To setup options. To change your greetings, press 1. Your current greeting is the standard greeting. Sorry, YouTube user C is unavailable. To re-record this greeting, press 1. You can record your greeting at the tone. When you are finished, press pound.
Okay, so this is a typical setup. The end.
Your standard greeting is...
Okay, so this is a typical setup. The end.
To re-record this greeting, press 1. To turn on your alternate greeting...
Okay, so it looks like we do in fact have to change that service. So let's go to our Unity connection serviceability. And service management. Alright, connection conversation manager. So we're going to stop this. Alright, and we'll start it again. Okay, so then we'll just wait till it actually shows that it's fully started. Looks like we should be good. So now from my DX70, I'm going to call into Unity again. Oh. We wait.
Enter
Finally.
your PIN
Okay.
followed by pound.
See, now it looks more like a video call.
YouTube user C. Hello. Send a message. Press 2. You have no old messages. For setup options, 4. To exit, star. Setup options. To change your greetings, press 1. Your current greeting is the standard greeting.
Okay, so this is a typical setup. The end.
To re-record this greeting, press 1. You can record your greeting at the tone. When you are finished, press pound.
Now this is a typical setup. I want my voice self-view. Oh shoot. I'm not sending video. What? This gotta be a weird one.
Your standard greeting is
Now this is the typical setup. I want my voice self-view. Oh shoot. I'm not sending video. What? This gotta be a weird one.
To re-record this greeting,
Yeah, that's perfect.
press 1.
I nailed
to
it.
turn on your
First
alternate
shot.
greeting, press 2.
Okay, so now if we go to our remote desktop, we got a little Jabber client, and we'll call YouTube user C. I'm just going to put my headphones on so I can verify we're getting audio through here. And I'll actually show, well, there's no point of showing the other one, but I'll just scooch this over here. So we're calling. Now this is the typical setup. I want my voice self-view. Oh shoot. I'm not sending video. What? This gotta be a weird one. Okay, so in this, so you can see, so now since I don't have a webcam on these remote desktops, I'm going to make a call from one of the other phones so we can see that in action. Now this is the typical setup. I want my voice self-view. Oh shoot. I'm not sending video. What? This gotta be a weird one. Dude, your voicemail is so strange. What's wrong with you? Man. Give me a call back.
To send this message, press pound or your message has been sent. If you would like to
Alright, and if you're wondering what the host not found idle app message, it's because I'm testing over a VPN, and apparently if there's any slight delay in HTTP requests, that comes in as far as the CTI integrations. Just fun little fact there. So here I'm going to call back into my Unity connection.
enter your PIN followed by pound. YouTube user C. Hello. You have one new voice message. New messages. Message 1 from YouTube user B.
Dude, your voicemail is so strange. What's wrong with you? Man. Give me a call back.
Received today at 4 a.m. To repeat, press 1 to save it, 2 to delete it, 3 deleted, end of.
So there you go, folks. I remember back in the day when they used to have reply videos on YouTube and people would be like, "Hey man, that was a cool video. What's the weather like there?" And then they would respond again and be like, "Well, it was like 70 degrees today. It was going to be like 40 tomorrow. It's pretty crazy." And then it's just like a back and forth video thing, and I always thought, man, that's so strange. And then the irony is now here I am leaving video messages for myself, talking to myself. So how times have changed. But anyway, I hope this gives you an idea how to get it set up and how to do the video and Jabber sessions. So thanks again for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.